Okay, in this short video, we're going to be talking about locking sheets. When you lock sheets or tabs in your Google Sheets, you're giving permission for one or two or a small group of people to edit information while removing those permissions from everybody else, regardless of if you have shared the sheet as editing or viewing. A really great application of this is small group testing. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here I have an example spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here I have our example spreadsheets again, and you'll notice on the bottom that I have 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And we are talking about small group accommodations for testing that is coming up. Now, with information like this, it would be really helpful to share the 6th grade accommodations with the entire 6th grade team, every 6th grade teacher at your school. But you might not want every 6th grade teacher at your school to be able to edit what the students' small group accommodations are, who their proctor is, and what room they'll be headed to. In fact, you probably only want your 6th grade assistant principal to be able to do that. So here's what we do. Now first, I want you to notice that over here in the share button, this sheet is already shared with a bunch of teachers, and they are all listed as editors. Even though everybody is listed as an editor, I'm going to show you how to lock down the 6th grade sheet to where only me as the owner and one other person can edit this, despite the fact that everybody's an editor. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to my appropriate tab. So here's my 6th grade tab, and I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to click on Protect Sheet. Here, it's going to ask me for a description. So I can enter a description, but I also already have my tab named 6th grade. So I'll just leave that alone. It's asking here, do I want a range or do I want a sheet? And so I'm going to show you sheet, but it is interesting to note that you could just do this with a range of data. So I could just lock down column E or just lock down column F. And I also can select with exceptions. For this example, however, I'm going to set permissions in a very simple way. So I'm going to click here on Set Permissions, and it's going to ask me, okay, who can edit this sheet? So first, what you should notice is that these are all the names of the people who I had shared it with. And remember that everybody has edit access, at least how I set it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove edit access from everybody except for me. And to do that, I just select this checkbox here. Now notice it will not remove edit access for me, and I am the owner. I'm clicking on this button and it will not change. So no matter what permissions we set here, I as the owner am always going to be able to edit every sheet within this Google Sheets. But what I need to do now is select my 6th grade assistant principal so that my 6th grade assistant principal can edit, and they can put in the proctor, they can change the accommodations if necessary, and enter a room number. And so we're going to say right here, Ander Worthy is the 6th grade AP. And then I'm going to click Done. Changes are saved. I'm going to close this over here, and down here a lock has appeared. What I have done is, although everybody on this list is an editor, I have locked down this sheet so that only me as the owner and Ander as the 6th grade assistant principal are able to actually edit the sheet. Everybody else can now only view this particular sheet, even though they have edit access. And that's really helpful, especially in situations like this. So let's do that again. I'm going to show you how to do this in 7th grade and 8th grade. We'll run through it real quick. So here's 7th grade. I'm going to right click, Protect Sheet. All the same options here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Set Permissions. And this time, Ander is not the 7th grade AP. This time it is our friend Cameron. Cameron is the 7th grade assistant principal and will be making these decisions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Done. Changes saved, and you can see down here now 7th grade is locked. Now Ander cannot edit the 7th grade tab, and Cameron cannot edit the 6th grade tab. This is very specific. So let's hop over now to 8th grade, and we'll do this one more time. I right clicked, I'm going to click on Protect Sheet, go ahead and set my permissions. Let's uncheck everybody except for me, of course, I'm the owner, and our 8th grade assistant principal, who is Lashana. And I'm going to click on done. And again, I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now the only people who can edit this sheet are Ander can change the 6th grade information, Cameron can change the 7th grade information, Lashana can change the 8th grade information. And remember, yes, I did share this so that everybody can edit. So we have the editing links here. Those people can still edit this sheet because it's not locked for them, and they can still edit this one because that is not locked either. All we have done is lock down this sheet for me and one other person. Our final question is, how do I make a change, or how do I undo this? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to right click on 6th grade, click on protect sheet. Over here, I've already protected the sheet or locked down the sheet for just Ander. So let me go ahead and click on cancel. And here is the permission that we already had set. So if I click here, I can change my permissions, and this is where I can add in more people if I wanted to. So here I'm adding Amy, then I'm going to click done. It's going to save my changes, and it tells me you and 2 other users can now edit this range. So only me, Amy, and Ander can edit the 6th grade sheet. And if I decide that I want to remove it completely, I can always click on the trash can. It's asking me, am I sure I want to remove this protected range? And I'm going to say yes, remove. Notice that the lock goes away, and now anybody who has access to this spreadsheet can edit this page again.